We have progressed from the pre-game into our actual thriller, firstly because we used more camera angles and more shots, because the more shots that we took and different angles we could edit them together to give it more substantial filming in the thriller to make it better, and also we had more options of what angles we wanted to actually put in for our thriller.
We gained knowledge in editing, which when it came to the last of editing, it looked much more better and professional, and it flowed a lot better than the prelim that we did first.
We also done more planning when making our thriller, and thought into our thriller a lot more than we did in the prelim. So the prelim helped us understand how important the planning was when making our thriller.
The locations used in the thriller, there was three different types of location. There was three different locations. The first location was the house. This was a good location to use because it goes against thriller conventions, which makes it a little different to other thrillers, and also makes it more happy at the start rather than all horror and scary the whole way through. Another location was in a white room, which was suggested to be a mental institute, which looked plain around the outside, which contradicted the character as she had mental problems. And the last location was down a corridor that the light didn't appear to be working. That's the white room, and the location of the corridor was dark and scary and made it look more realistic.
One significant prop which we used, which was the cross on the main character's neck, was worn in every scene. The other props we used was to set the scene and relate to the thriller to make it look more scary or freaky for the audience.
We found that the sound was very important when making our thriller. The prelim, we didn't have any music, which didn't make the film at all very exciting for the viewer. However, when making the film, we realised how important it was and thought a lot into what sound we was going to use.
Mise en scène, so costumes were really important. First of all, the first scene was in the Victorian style setting, so she wore quite old looking costumes, and the last two scenes were of her in a hospital gown. This really set the scene to show that she is ill and that she was somewhere trying to get help, but she still had the mental issues. Also, we used more like pans, and we had more knowledge of different camera work, like over the shoulder shot and depth of field, as you notice when the character's walking towards the door. This gave the overall look a lot better and more professional.
We also used a few close-ups, like of the teapot, which is coming up very soon, like here. This made it very clear to the household that it was very happy and they was all getting along well with each other. Also, the close-up of the eyes helps understand to the viewer that there's not something quite right about the girl, and Martha is not normal.